What if you were swallowed by a whale? It happened to Jonah and Pinocchio, a giant whale, eating them whole. They managed to survive and both lived happily ever after. But what if this were to happen to a person in reality? Surely the same thing couldn't happen. I mean, we don't want to doubt the validity of the Bible or Italian folklore, but it seems unlikely that you could survive the biggest mammal in the world taking you into their belly. That's what we're going to explore today. What would happen if you were swallowed by a whale? So first, is it physically possible for a human to be swallowed by a whale? Well, it depends on the whale. If we're talking about a toothed whale like an orca, then no. An orca's gape is probably only big enough to engulf a human's head. Also, the opening of the throat that is much smaller than its mouth. The throat is able to accommodate a large, whole salmon, perhaps about the size of a human thigh, so it's far from possible an orca could swallow an adult. A blue whale could fit hundreds of people inside its mouth, but its anatomy wouldn't allow the largest animal on Earth to swallow us whole. The only whale that's capable of swallowing us is the sperm whale. That's what happened to James Bartley in the late 19th century according to stories, but once you dig into what would happen if you found yourself in the belly of the beast, it seems pretty clear why Bartley's story was a little fishy. The first obstacle in your way would be the whale's teeth. Each tooth is approximately 20 centimeters long, and have about 40 to 50 of these. It's like having 50 moving chef's knives to try and avoid. It's pretty unlikely that you'd avoid being diced like salad before you made it anywhere near the whale's throat. But let's say that you did. Well, your journey's gonna get a lot darker. With no light available, it's going to be like a pitch-black water slide, except a lot more slimy and a lot more full of methane gas. That's the gas that cows emit and damages the ozone layer, to put that in perspective. It's also going to be very acidic down there because as the whale's giant throat muscles force you down, you're going to start becoming drenched with hydrochloric acid, which the whale uses to break its food down. Except this time, it's not salmon being broken down, but you. So, like a cow, a whale has 4 stomachs. But unlike a cow, you might end up finding yourself inside one or all 4 of them if you're lucky enough to get this far on the worst water park ride of all time. Assuming the acid hasn't already broken you down, you're now going to suffer having to be thrown from one stomach to the next in 4 baths of stomach acid. These are slowly going to break down your skin, muscle, tissue, organs, and anything soft enough for the acid to eat away at. After an excruciating experience, the only thing left of you would be your bones. As if that wasn't horrible enough, your remains, rather than being nobly disposed of, would be ejected out the whale's giant rear end and passed over to the sea, destined to float around for eternity. So yes, it's quite unlikely that James Bartley survived being swallowed by a whale, and it's highly unlikely, if not impossible, that Jonah, Geppetto, or Pinocchio would have survived it too. But don't be too afraid to go back into the water. Whales aren't very fond of humans as a delicacy. Only last year, a dive tour operator found himself in the mouth of a whale along with a school of sardines, but he was spat out as an unwanted treat with the giant mammal's lunch. What do you think about the prospect of being swallowed whole by a whale? Has this put you off scuba diving? Let us know in the comments, and please like this video if you've enjoyed it. If you want to see more what if videos, then give us a subscribe. Thanks for watching.